While experience shows women are more likely to be the subject of domestic abuse, we know men, both in heterosexual and same-sex relationships, are abused by partners too. Now, research indicates that at least 1 in 4 women and 1 in 6 men will experience domestic abuse at some point during their lives. On average, 1 man is killed due to domestic abuse every 2 weeks. Now, DAVSS works across West Kent supporting men as well as women who experience domestic abuse. We understand reporting domestic abuse is not easy for any victim, and arguably the shame, embarrassment and the stigma and fear of being disbelieved is even greater for men.
And the relationship grew and it blossomed incredibly quickly, and there was a lot of chemistry there. It was just absolutely a pleasure. Yeah, charming, looked after me, just was so nice and charming. We had a few trips away, holidays, and for me I felt like I'd just struck gold. My life was so what I saw as together, and I was so happy and confident. Never did I see that 5 months later, never did I realise that my life would go into complete chaos. He got drunk and he was basically kissing one of my friends, and of course I was devastated by this because I was so in love with this person. It wasn't what I wanted, it was my friend. It was all just a bit messed up in my view. He came back to mine and we got rowing about the situation. The row escalated, and the next thing I know, he grabbed an ornament on my side. It was a wooden elephant, and before I could even think about what he was doing, he basically smashed me over the head. I had a housemate who's actually a very good friend of mine who was in bed asleep, obviously came rushing down, could see the commotion, tried to stop it, but obviously couldn't. My friend ran straight out the door and the police were called. It was all a bit of a blur, but the point at which it stopped was the point I ran out of the house because he grabbed a knife, and I literally fled out the house, but I had all blood down my face, black eyes. I was kind of beaten up. The handling of the police obviously wasn't great. They tried, I don't think it was, they didn't deliberately not handle the situation well. But I was being questioned in my front room. Clearly they could see I'd had a serious head injury because they were looking at it saying I need to go to hospital. Yeah, he was in my kitchen. I was in the front room being questioned. They were doing the domestic abuse questionnaire risk assessment.
And the perpetrator was there listening.
Peering round the door, looking at me, sort of watching what I was saying to make sure I wasn't saying anything. I at that point was saying that I'd fallen over. I mean, how on earth they could have thought I'd done that and fallen over, especially when the police were called. Anyhow, that was one incident, and it just went from that point to absolutely terrible. The relationship became horrendous, the controlling behaviour. Little did I know, but he then was meeting up with a friend of mine behind my back, and I was blissfully unaware. I suspected because his behaviour and everything changed, but it was how he was to me, and like he was very protective of his phone, but then would be funny if I was on my phone and then accuse me of doing stuff, but yeah, I wasn't doing anything. I don't know, it felt like my whole world had been taken over, and he was in control of what I was doing, who I was seeing, where I was going. I live in an affluent area of Kent, good with my money. I'm a senior manager within the organisation I work within. My life was so what I saw as together, and I was so happy and confident. I've always had so much control. Never did I see myself as being a victim of domestic abuse. I completely knew that I was going round and round in this cycle of abuse. And I knew too well, because I then started Googling kind of like the cycle of abuse and kind of the perpetrator and the victim, and then it all rang so true. It was me, I was in that cycle.